You're listening to Acoustic Songs Live, and we're broadcasting here from WNJR Studios in Washington, Pennsylvania. Have Mr. Sean Waterman from Atlanta, made the trip up here yesterday. Hey, Sean, how you doing, man?
Doing all right. How you doing?
Good. Waking up here on a Saturday morning. Thank you so much for making the trip. I really appreciate it, man.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, I'm glad to have you. Normally, I ask guests to dig in and play some music right off the top. What are you going to do for us?
I'll do a song called Swerve.
This is Sean Waterman on Acoustic Songs Live.
Telling you to fight on, bleeding but the hungry bite off. And you see your train is moving, conducted by that tune you're grooving, and you would never know that your song is made of snow. Oh, oh. Launching one capricious campaign and label all the princes passé and cover up your compromising with the light of sugar shining. The ride you led by hit the wall and you didn't try. And if you swerve, still find your girl curled in a ball up in a closet, clinging to causes you've been dropping. If you swerve, you still hit your world, and you've got your bag of luck getting light 'cause you leak it. They're telling you to come on, best not to get left on the platform. But as we're leaving, them tires screeching, and suddenly nobody feels invincible no more. The entire weekend was worth forgetting, but I remember hearing as we were about to hit the wall. And if you swerve, you still hit your world, still find your girl curled in a ball up in a closet, clinging to causes you've been dropping. If you swerve, you still hit your world, got your bag of luck getting light 'cause you leak it. And you've got your bag of luck getting light 'cause you leak it. Still hit your world, still find your girl. She's curled in a ball up in a closet, clinging to causes you've been dropping. If you swerve, you still hit your world, and you've got your bag of luck getting light 'cause you leaking. Your bag of luck, it's getting light 'cause you leaking.
Really cool, man. I think that's.
Thank
I
you.
think that's one of the ones that I was, caught my attention. And like your style's like, I can't really pin it down. That's a cool thing too. It's really unique.
Cool.
Like,
Thanks.
it's got this groove thing happen, and I don't know. It kind of reminds me a little of Dave Matthews, but not even that doesn't even feel like it. It's like something.
I like Dave Matthews a lot. That's cool you say that. I like Dave.
Yeah, he's kind of got that same kind of groove thing going on too.
Yeah.
So Sean, I was looking at your bio, and there's some info about you got 2 EPs out. Was that from your latest or new one, or?
Oh, that song actually, it's on. I've got a full length coming out later this year, and that's gonna be on that. But it was also, I did an acoustic version on an EP that I did a few years back. So yeah, there's a few ways to check it out.
Locomotive Hearts? Is that
Locomotive Hearts. That was the first EP. This Swerve is on the second one. It's called Dividing Lines.
Dividing Lines?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, how I was thinking about how did you get into playing this kind of stuff? What was how did Sean Waterman start playing acoustic guitar and singing? Man, how did that happen?
I mean, well, I was born in Brooklyn and started playing guitar about the age of 9. I took lessons, right there in Brooklyn every Saturday. Go and have about an hour and a half lesson, and then the rest of the week was just my mom making me practice right there in front of her. Making sure I did those scales and all that nonsense. But at that age, it's hard. You know what I mean? Because number one, you don't necessarily have, at 9 years old, you don't have a musical base to, you know what I mean? So you don't really know what's what. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know all your instruments, I think, at that age. If somebody plays a sound, how, you know what I mean? What is that sort of thing? So it was difficult. And then, it's guitar, so it's, your hands are small, you know what I mean? And so it's a lot of things that you just sort of have to grow into. You know what I mean?
Did you start on acoustic?
Started, yeah. I've never strayed from acoustic, really. So I've always played acoustic my whole life, and it was just, and I think the style just, because I finger pick, I don't play with a pick, and I think that just happened because I kept losing mine as a little kid. You know what I'm saying?
Fall down inside the hole.
Yeah. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna do a new style. It was just I was just careless. I couldn't keep things in one place, but it the style, it sort of developed over years, and as I would pick up different or get into different musicians like Bob Marley or Dave Matthews or even Bob Dylan, I was into him pretty big for several years, and the style just changed gradually over time. Yeah.
Well, yeah, when you're 9, preteen or whatever, you're pretty much listening to whatever is on pop radio, like whatever you see on one of the TV station, TV shows or stuff like that. The kind of and but the it's just, my son's a teenager right now, and he's kind of getting into his own like musical thing, where he's like discovering new bands and can I play my music? It's my music. He gets tired of dad's music in the car. Right. He's like, I want to play my music.
Yeah. Right.
So and then finding identity through that, as far as like what kind of music speaks to you, and finding your own voice. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that you played South by Southwest. I bring that up because that's going on right now.
That's going on actually right now.
That must have been an amazing experience, right?
South by Southwest was cool. I did two showcases down there several years back, and it was it was weird because I heard about it for all these years. It's like you got to go to South by Southwest. It's like pilgrimage. You know what I mean, for a musician or a band or anything. And so I was down there, and I had, like I said, I did 2 showcases in the day, and I was like, this is cool. This is, no big deal. This is not bad. I didn't see that many people. And then, then the sun went down, and and the people came out. You know what I mean? It was like you couldn't move. I mean, it was It was a serious experience. I mean, there's a lot of people down there for South by Southwest, man. I was surprised at just how many people are down there, and it's like I said, during the day you don't see that many. You're like, oh, this is all right. This isn't bad. Panels are going on and showcases and everything, but like I said, once it gets dark, it's a different ball game altogether. For real. Yeah.
I was listening to something about that just recently. In case you just joined us, you're listening to Acoustic Songs Live. I'm your host, T. Mitchell Bell. We have Sean Waterman here in the studio playing some tunes for us. He's from a singer-songwriter from Atlanta, Georgia. And do you want to play another tune?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool, man. What are you going to do for us?
This is a song called Blue.
Cool.
In the levee, gone broke. But I can't say that loving you was simple by design. But that's on you. But I don't think that thought pattern really ever crossed your mind. Source of my lover is blue up above her, indeed. But I can't say that loving you is simple by design. But that's on you. But I don't think that thought pattern really ever crossed your mind. Say that the fire's gone cold, and that don't mean that you're fine alone. Fine alone. I'm fine, come home. But I can't say that loving you was simple by design. No cares, no qualms, no urgency. The source of my lover is blue up above her, indeed.
Nice. Just it you know, just like the other thing, it was just takes you on this. It's a groove thing, you know. It really, you know, it locks in. There's, you just I'm like driving a car, just cruising down the highway,
Chilling out on a snowy Saturday. In
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. So at some point you wound up in Atlanta.
Right. Yeah.
When was that?
Oh, that was about. Oh man, let's see. That was right around. I'd say in the mid '90s. My parents moved down there, and just been down there. Been down there ever since. I went to college in South Carolina, and then moved back to Atlanta. And then that's really when I'd say that's when I moved back to Atlanta. That's when my music career and everything really started to take shape. That's when I started putting out EPs and everything like that. And so when I was in college, I was just playing in the bars around Charleston, doing that mostly in the summers and everything. But then after I graduated, went back to Atlanta. I'd say that's when things really took off. Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you for college? Did you go for music or what, something?
No, well,
totally
I went to the Citadel, which is a military college.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with that.
So, yeah.
A lot of civil engineering guys that
There's a lot. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I worked with in Virginia when I was there. That was a big program there.
Yeah.
A lot of civil engineering.
Yeah. It was cool. I mean, it's military school, so it's not necessarily the best place to go for music, but it worked for me. I mean, I think that I had a lot of time just to sit there and play. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It was cool, and that's my first live performance. I think was at the talent show at the Citadel. So it was. I mean, that's
something.
where I came up, man. That's where I was raised.
Wow.
Yeah, musically for sure.
So did you come out thinking you join the military?
No, I don't think that was never really on my radar. My mom made me go to the Citadel because I think she thought I was kind of out there. I don't know. I needed some discipline.
For the self-discipline stuff?
Yeah, exactly. So
definitely.
So it was more that really than anything else. But like I said, I don't think that I would be the musician that I am today if I didn't have that time just to honestly just sit there and do nothing but shine shoes and play guitar.
I joined the Air Force right out of high school, so you know, and it's something, the discipline, really, the self-discipline that you learn doing something like that. Yeah. At the time, you don't realize, it's you hate it kind of thing, but I needed it. I needed that direction to kind of just kind of like. So I feel that it's like you could do anything kind of unless you get through something like that.
Yeah,
you know what
true.
I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if you've got the dedication and like you said, the discipline, it makes a good many things very possible. For sure. Yeah.
And a lot of like with employers, employment and stuff like that, I noticed like being that helps a lot. Not that it just helps that you're a self-starter kind of person.
Yeah,
at least
that's true.
That seemed to what I got out of it. I don't know,
but in music, you sort of have to be like that. You kind of have to be a self-starter. I mean, you can't. You got to get out there and get it. You can't wait for somebody to come and say, "Hey, please come and play at my establishment, and we'll give you all this money." You sort of have to be like, "Hey, can I please play for nothing? And then maybe if you want to pay me later."
Yeah, well, that's a whole other.
That's a whole other,
Yeah, that's a whole.
Come back when it's not snowing outside. We get into that.
Yeah, well, that must have been a shock driving up here, and the temperature was just dropping as you were coming up.
Well, yeah, we left Atlanta yesterday, and it's 80 degrees in Atlanta when we left. You know what I mean? No. Like shorts and t-shirts and everything, and then you come through West Virginia, and it's just a bunch of mountains and cows, and then we woke up this morning, and it was snowing. It was just like, what's going on?
Well, do you make it up here to the Northeast to play every at any time?
I made it up to a few years ago. I was in Boston. I did a couple shows there. Sort of like a little, tiny little residency at the at one of those big hotels up there, the Renaissance. I was up there doing a residency. It was, it's cool. It was weird because it was actually a week to the day after the Boston Marathon bombing that I was up there. Yeah, so it was different, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, I
bet. It
bet.
really was, but I like Boston a lot. Just considering the timing that we were up there, it was kind of it was kind of weird and everything. Just considering what had just happened, but I love the city, for sure.
And the music scene there is, and especially like the kind of stuff that you play, like there's a folk music scene in the Northeast, like that type of stuff that I didn't really realize it. I lived in Boston too.
Right. Okay.
I lived there for a couple years back in the '80s, and Tracy Chapman and like artists that were coming up.
Yeah.
And I didn't know, like they were literally playing it. There's Club Passim. Out in Cambridge, there's a bunch of places there to play, and for your kind of stuff, and people play right down in the T, like right under, and just set up and play.
Just set up and go, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a cool town. It had a really, really cool vibe, for sure.
Yeah. The Atlanta. Well, we'll talk about that in a little bit about Atlanta, the scene there. But you want to play something else?
Sure. Yeah, I'll play. Let's see here. The song's called "Sour Patch Girl."
Okay.
Don't be a Sour Patch Girl. Don't be the tie that binds. I only need your spark on my candle fire. Won't sleep in the dark tonight. Wake up to arms and bones, and wake up to go back home to my leaky roof, cluttered tables and faulty mattress, knowing you be sleeping here tonight. I'm not here to make your baggage light. I know I'm just here to move the load to the side. I'm just fine, and I'll get by, knowing that we're both going crazy. Armor to save my grace, a harbor to save my face from watching you with stupid eyes and my hand still reaching towards you. It's like grabbing fire. I'm not here to make your baggage light. I know I'm just here to move the load to the side. I'm just fine, and I'll get by, knowing that we're both going crazy. match fate or embrace flight. All I know is I need you here tonight. And all I know is I need you here tonight.
Cool, man. I know what I'm thinking. You must have listened to Nick Drake or something at one point. You know who I'm talking about?
No, I don't know who you're talking about.
No?
Who's Nick Drake? No.
It's wow. It's that. It's very. It was in a Volkswagen commercial, I think.
Okay.
Pink Moon, that song.
Oh, okay.
Pink Moon
Okay.
is on its way.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
He has a like kind of a
That's
baritone
Nick Drake,
voice,
okay.
but the style he played an open tuning, a really weird open tuning.
Yeah, that's
like
yeah.
C something F C or whatever.
Uh-huh.
English folk musician.
Oh,
Unfortunately
yeah.
became famous like long after he was gone, kind of thing. It was a
Okay.
tragic story, but that figure picking kind of, or the thing you're doing is very percussive and very
Yeah.
it reminds me of a couple different people that I was thinking of.
Right on.
What
Nick
brought you to, like, how did you incorporate that? Like,
Yeah,
how,
that started like I'd say right around the time when I was in college, and this dude I went to school with, his name was Dave Vaughn. He he would record like in his we would say dorm room, but it's barracks, so he would record like make little demos in his barracks, and I would get in there in his room and be like, man, I got some songs I want to lay it down, and he would and we would do something, and he would bring it back to me, and he would just be like, man, you off beat, man. You're changing your tempo all the time. And then I would say just in practicing, I just started just doing like just some sort of percussive something just to keep me on beat, you know what I mean? So it's like you just something like that, and it just creates sort of like this timing thing in my mind, and since I finger pick, it's hard for me to stop doing it. It's just sort of habit now. So with every song, it's sort of got some sort of finger picking percussive element to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is very percussive.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
and then you step out of that rhythm into some of those lead lines that you're playing with the kind of thing. So
Right.
yeah,
Right.
It's very cool. Very. So the Atlanta music scene. I've had a couple artists that came up here.
Right.
It was Amy Andrews was the person I was trying to think of. She did a live, the Red Clay Theater.
Yeah.
She did
I've played there a few times.
Okay.
Yeah, that place is nice. That's one of the nicer spots in Atlanta. It's in this place called Duluth, and but it's real nice.
Yeah, I was trying to think of some of the places in Atlanta. There's one place in particular I can't think of that downtown that Eddie's. Yeah.
Eddie's Attic. Yeah.
That's like.
Oddly enough, Eddie runs Red Clay Theater. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Eddie runs the Red Clay Theater. He had a place called Eddie's Attic, and that was the spot.
Oh,
Eddie's
they
Attic.
closed down? Is that?
It's still there.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just run by different people.
Oh,
but
okay.
They kept the name, and Eddie started up Red Clay Theater, and that's the spot. They're both like must go to venues, especially for singer songwriters. Those are two spots you have to go if you're playing down in Atlanta for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was there, I didn't get a chance to go. I wish I would have. Because I know even they have like the open mic down at Eddie's.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like a big thing at there.
He does an open mic at Red Clay. That's on Sundays, and then on Mondays they have an open mic down at Eddie's. But there's a lot going on down there for sure.
The scene there were a lot of people that moved to Atlanta in the '90s. I mean, I think it was the economy. There was booming. Housing was just like taking off. Like,
Right.
Especially North Atlanta, I think was just like going like crazy. They're building everywhere and stuff.
Yeah.
And but the music thing that I, Athens, with the whole REM and all that
That's
stuff.
right, that's
All
right,
those
that's
bands
right.
that came out of there,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
that
yeah.
was a really happening thing. What's
Yeah.
what's going on there now? You know, what's happening what's the scene like
well,
there?
Athens is still Athens. You know, there's still a lot going on there. You've got UGA there, so you got a lot of bands coming out of Athens, and in Atlanta, there's some spots have closed down over the years. A lot of places have changed management, but it's still a top place to get gigs, and it's close to Nashville. It's not too far away from some spots in Florida, so it's still, it's still the spot, man, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
And it's it's a southern. It's southern, but it's kind of like not. I don't really think of it as being a southern city.
Well, when you
but-
got a lot of transplants, you have a lot of people there that aren't from there. Like like you said, a lot of people came down in the 90s. Like my parents, moved down there. So you've got people there that that are born and bred in Georgia, and then you've got a significant number of people that just been there within the past 5-10 years or so.
Yeah, that's. I guess that's what I was kind of. It definitely has this sweet tea kind of thing going,
Sweet tea,
right?
Yeah, that's right. That's the word.
Sweet tea and grits and
It's sweet tea, grits, and
yeah.
all that stuff.
When I was
Yeah.
there, I tried to go out and eat and kind of in between work and stuff, and staying at the hotel. And, but I really didn't get a good feel for like the real Atlanta experience.
Right,
to go and I guess go down to CNN, huh? And
Yeah, that's right. You go down to CNN.
take the tour.
Oh man, yeah.
The Ted
That's
Turner.
pretty cool. That's a cool spot. The CNN Center down there.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it.
So, in case you just joined us, you're listening to Acoustic Songs Live. We're broadcasting here from WNJR Studios in Washington, Pennsylvania at 91.7 FM. And we stream live at WNJR.org. And we have Sean Waterman from Atlanta, we were just talking about, and his website, SeanWatermanMusic.com. You can go find out. He has his video, his latest release single that is up there. I'm sure he's probably going to play that for us. I'm thinking he's holding on to it. That's the little ace in the sleeve. Wait, yeah, that's my closer.
Trying to drive people to buy it.
Yeah, the promotion stuff, that's a whole other game. He has, his
right.
record label manager here with him, his promoter, and we'll get into a little bit of that too. You want to play another song?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
This song's called Easy. She's hiding in her window, watching everything go wild. But you can only do so much to affect your wild. Rise and fall with lies and all. Maybe you'll get your war. Find retreat, lacking peace before you turn the tide. So why did you lay your heart down like that? And why did you throw your arms round my neck? Was it so easy? Was it so
wondering how we got this way. Girl, I miss your open borders, crossing the way. At this altitude, I'm losing view, but honesty comes at night. There was eruptions at your junction, but I know that the truth was right. So why did you lay your heart down like that? And why did you throw your arms round my neck? Was it so easy? You know, was it so easy? Why did you lay your heart down like that? And why did you throw your arms round my neck? Was it so easy? You know, was it so easy? Was it so easy? Don't you know? Was it so easy?
Nice. Digging it, man.
Cool.
Yeah. So I was thinking about another Atlanta art, the Indigo Girls, the
Yeah, that's right. This man knows them very well. Yeah, that's right. It's they're big out of it. You know, they're huge. I'm big fans of them. I like Indigo Girls a lot.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I do too. I heard them on the radio one time, and I was like, "Whoa, who is this?" You know, right away. Like,
yeah.
And so I'm kind of interested, like, what took you down that like folk kind of path? You know, I mean,
Right.
a lot of artists, I'll say African American artists, you know, get into the hip hop thing. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, because I get submissions from all over you wouldn't believe.
Right.
And it's like to pull that off acoustically, you can't do it. And
Yeah.
I get heavy metal guys sending me stuff
right.
too. It's like you can't, you know. So what was it? You know, how did you get into, like? Because traditionally, you know,
Yeah.
blues music is. I mean, it all came out of
Right.
You know,
Right.
like,
You know, I think it wasn't necessarily a conscious thing. I think it was something that just developed over time. Like, I didn't say I want to write this type of music, or I want to sing this type of style, or I want to sound this way.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing where, you know, it just happens. It's an extremely organic thing, and that's not just a phrase I'm throwing out. It's just that's how it happens. I mean, you got something you want to say, so you write some words down on a page, and you play guitar, and maybe you can sing a little bit, and it's just what happens. It's you. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna sound urban, or I'm gonna sound suburban. You know what I mean? It's not a decision that you consciously make. It wasn't necessarily a thing that was really aware to me necessarily until, you know, people would point it out to me. Oh, you sound like this, or you don't sound like you look, sort of thing. But it's not anything that I really give much thought to, because I think, like, particularly as a songwriter, or, you know, as an artist, period, I don't think that it's a safe place to go creatively to say, I want I want to sound. You want it to be something that just that emotes from you, that just comes from you.
Right.
Very natural. If that's what it is, then that's what it is. I don't think that it's a safe place to go creatively to say I wanna be this thing. So I'm gonna try to sound like this, even though that's not me. You know.
Yeah, and I understand that. You know, that question maybe. I hope it wasn't off base, but it was also.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it's like, you know, someone would say to Grace Potter or Bonnie Raitt, you know, hey, you know, why do you sound this certain way? You know, it's like, but a lot of, you know, I listened to blues music growing up, and I listened to Muddy Waters, all that kind of, you know, Delta stuff, and I mean, it influenced my harmonica playing and all that kind of stuff. You know, I really into that, and a lot of artists listen to it, and that's how really rock and roll came from. You know, the Delta and Appalachia kind of like, you know, this thing came together and made rock and roll, you know. And but then I just wondered about that experience, you know, growing up, because you know, traditionally, you know, growing up, you know,
particularly in Brooklyn, you know.
Yeah, you're in Brooklyn, man. I mean, you're right there at the center of it, you know, kind of thing. It's, I mean, you know, and how that you know, came about, because you know, people turned me on to certain music when I was growing up, you know, and I actually sing in a funk cover band when I was in high school, so we were doing Parliament funkadelic stuff and all that.
There you go.
So,
that's right. That's right.
It's not. It was kind of thing that it was popular at the time. You know, disco thing was going on. You know, so we ended up doing all these kind of dance tunes and stuff. But I was just curious. You know, that's you have a unique sound. I mean, that when I heard you, I was like, man, okay, I got to get them on. You know, I hear people all, you know, I say, you wouldn't believe the submissions I get. You know, it's like, and that's really what I look for. I look for something that's someone that's unique. You know, or if it's there's I'm not trying to put anybody in a box or anything like that. You know, but they have to be able to pull it off. You know, you can't come in here and do you can't. It just, I mean, I guess you could come here and do rap, you know, with some, but no backing tracks. That's like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you set it up, though?
I don't know. That's the thing. I can't. It's supposed to be a live, organic show, you know? And that's cool. So Sean Waterman is playing some tunes for us here on Acoustic Songs Live. Drove in from Atlanta, Georgia, 10-hour drive
over the mountains.
Through the mountains. It usually was, I think, the migration went the opposite way. Now everybody's moving south, but at one point everybody moved north for jobs, and the jobs went away, and everybody started moving where it's warm again. You know, we're right in the middle of the Rust Belt here. You know,
right.
All the steel plants and everything closed down, and so now everybody, you know, towns like Charlotte, Atlanta. Nashville's like the new LA, I guess. You know? Everybody moves to Nashville. You know, just to stay out of this cold weather, and I don't blame them. You know,
it's snowing outside. Just for everyone who's
tuned in,
who's maybe checking it out on YouTube later. I don't know. Sean's cold. I'm just throwing it out there.
I got a phone call coming from a 404 area code. That's probably somebody that, you know, that's the Atlanta.
Yeah, that's right. That's
somebody's calling in.
They're trying to get live on the air.
Yeah, they're trying to.
That's
like,
right.
They're like, I'm listening right now. It's just coming in. I unfortunately can't answer, but we'll find out who it is.
Cool.
Anyway, whoever it is, this next song is for you.
That's right.
What are you gonna do for us?
This song's called 0 Hour. Talk too much, selling all your parts for the sum of what you are, but you are in luck.
Love on love, the in-betweeners that you can see. Some fires burn long after later vacancies. 48 hours till the 0 hour. Minute man. And he's in his tower, just talking about her second hand. You think too much, you build fences in your mind. You caught an instinct to catch the climb. Oh, you've seen enough. Still the scenario is the stereo surrounds your sound in La Maison Rouge. And we've lost our position since, but here comes the future. 24 hours till the 0 hour. Minute man. In his tower, just writing about her long hand. Pictures taken while we were roaming round them foreign towns. My mind goes that way. And those pictures taken when it was raining and I was straining to lead my feeble feet across that old dividing line. And I'm down to the hour. No time for flowers, 'cause the 0 hour is at hand. And I'm in my tower, and I owe all my power to those hands, to those hands.
Wow, cool, man. That's a interesting song. What's that about? That sounds something like you're sitting in a missile silo. You got your finger on the button or something.
That's good. No, that was that was good. I wrote that after this. Maybe a long time ago now. But I went to France. I studied in France for about a month. When I was finishing up college, and I didn't take my guitar over there, and this was coming at a period of time when I was writing all the time, playing guitar 2-3 hours a day, just nonstop. And, I needed some credits to finish college, like a lot of people, so they were doing this French study program, and, my parents sent me over there do this, and so I was there for about a month, but I didn't play guitar at all. I mean, and it was hard, after playing for, just several months all the time. It was just the thing that I did. Some people, they go run, they work out, they play tennis or whatever, but I was playing guitar. And so when I got back after the month, That's all I wanted to do, man.
Blisters are gone on your
Oh,
fingertips.
blisters are gone. Everything
Yeah,
is
the calluses. I mean, yeah,
just soft, man. I was just soft, but that was the only thing I wanted to do, and I mean, I'm not joking. I think that the first thing when I picked up the guitar when I got back, I just started just playing 0 Hour, and it just, 20 minutes later, I had the song was done, and I was just like, wow, man, I needed that, you know what I mean? But it was cool. It was a cool experience, but it was just the first thing that came out was that song.
Wow.
Yeah.
From France.
From France. That's right.
Well, hey, I've really enjoyed having you on the show and playing for us, man. It's
Thank
been
you.
great. And what's coming up for Sean Waterman over the next things going on this summer?
We've got a lot going on. There's the singles coming out. The song I just played, 0 Hour, that'll be the next single. And so that'll be coming out here very shortly, along with a video. The full album, which is called Devices, that'll be out later on in the year. We've got a lot of things coming from my record label, Sony Taylor Enterprises. Got some cool projects coming out, live video, and some shows. Obviously, I'll have to come back here, in the fall. But there's just so much opportunity right now, and I'm really excited, and I just feel so blessed to be able to to do what I love to do. I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot of people that would love to be sitting in this seat right now just playing some music and getting to live their passion. So I really appreciate you having me.
Oh man, that's you said it. There are a lot of people that would love to do it and somehow put it on the back burner because life kind of gets
life happens. That's right.
And then 30 years rolls by and you go like, oh, I shoulda, woulda, coulda, whatever.
What happened to the time? Yeah.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
So keep doing it, man. You're doing it. It sounds great, and
thank you.
Hopefully we can have you come up and play around the area somewhere.
That's right.
Somebody listening out there, I can connect, give you some ideas there as far as who to talk to. But
right.
I definitely would think that people would really dig what you're doing, your thing.
Cool.
So, I'm your host, T. Mitchell Bell. You're listening to Acoustic Songs Live from WNJR Studios, and we are taking a break for Easter break next week. We will not have an artist in the studio. And Sean, you want to play something else? I know you brought that other guitar over there. I don't know if it's...
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I switched a couple guitars back. Yeah, this is actually the second one. Yeah, I'll do one to take us out.
Yeah, take us out with something.
This is a song called Loose Change, and it's just one of my favorite songs from a long time ago. I don't think they wanna test you, but I don't think they're willing to try. I mistook the piners for fools. She mistakes my leaving for a lie. We'll make way for the big dog. I'll bark no bite but bound to a tree. But mind your streets when the leash comes off. Swing low, sweet easy. I don't wanna be loose change, but I think it's coming, oh.
lie, but keep it even, always draw the line. I've come to find there's always gonna be something. Can't feed the reason, no, not at all. I'm lying in the basement, dreaming about the pavement that we won't be treading on. But I don't wanna be loose change, loose change. But a change is a coming, a change is a coming, oh. Don't think that way, child. Don't think that way, child. 'Cause what's done is done, not to mention that all three of our dimensions are lying on the mattress, looking for the room to fall. And when all them breaks started showing, you were the stupid one and kept it going. Well, you can take the mattress, I'll take the room to fall. But I don't wanna be loose change, loose change. But I think it's coming, I think it's coming, it's coming, oh, oh.
Nice song. Nice guitar work on that,
Thank
man.
you.
I really
Thank
like
you.
that a lot. Yeah, that's Sean Waterman here on Acoustic Songs Live from WNJR Studios. Go to SeanWatermanMusic.com and check out his video. This video he put together for Bedpost. Really, really cool. I really dug it. And check out, keep an eye on that because he's going to be releasing his new CD coming up this year. And also go to acousticSongs.com. You can see the video of Sean's performance here today and download the audio podcast, sign up on iTunes. There's a link on the acousticSongs.com page to subscribe to iTunes. So every week you can hear the artists that we have on the show. Like I said, next week we have a break. We have Easter week, and we won't have a show next week. But keep your eyes tuned to WNJR.org and acousticSongs.com for future artists. I'm your host, T. Mitchell Bell, and we'll see you again next time on Acoustic Songs Live.